Not dead, only sleeping. Today Africa's walking around not only on its feet but on its brains. You can enslave, as was done for 300 years, the bodies of men. You can shackle the hands of men. You can shackle the feet of men. You can imprison the bodies of men, but you cannot shackle or imprison the minds of men.
Shout out Farakhan, yes.
Yeah.
Nobe TV. Appreciate that. So you are the one, man. Who are you, brother? Tell that.
Row Restaurant.
That's right, Row Restaurant in the heart of Brooklyn. Where in Brooklyn are you located?
On the Tompkins Avenue between Gates and Quincy.
That's right. All right.
East New York.
So definitely want some oxtail, rice, and peas. Well, you know what? You are the owner. What do you want to tell the TV? What do you want to tell the people of Brooklyn right now?
Come over by Tompkins and Gates. And you get real Jamaican food, man. Oxtail, curry chicken, curry goat, rice and peas, escovitch fish, roast fish. Come on down, man. Have it all Jamaican style, man.
That's right, man.
Big up.
All right, man.
All right, big up, man.
Yes.
Come on, everybody.
Come,
Road
Row
Restaurant.
Brooklyn.
Peace out.
One. Thank you, man. Natural Norris. I'm once again here at Row again. I got the first drop, and actually he's on TV now. This is part 2 right now. So I'm about to flip it right over right now and throw it here. Yes. See the store? Yes. Support Black dollars. Oh, I'm gonna do this real quick. This is a minute drop.
Good.
Brooklyn Free Speech, Nobe TV, Farakhan. Alright, so I'm gonna have actually something light, something small, maybe like a chicken special. Now I know you got a wonderful oxtails, curry goat, curry chicken, curry stew. Yeah, stew's kind of healthier, but you know what? I'm gonna get a little fried chicken. A little fried rice and peas, oxtail gravy on the rice. Yeah, vegetables. Yeah. Yeah, this is the kind of lunch and dinner. Yeah, right, Farakhan. Yeah, right. Yes, it is. I'm trying to cut the belly down, little by little. Share some more soups and stuff like that. But it's all about how much you take. Peace and blessings. I'm support. A lot of people have sold the Black Panthers, so the time is pretty much to wake up, stop playing the game, circulate your dollars in the Black community. Peace and blessings. One.
Good day.
My name is Bernice Brooks. I am a professional drummer, and I am one of the veteran producers around here. I've been producing my show for 20 years. I'm getting ready to go to the Kennedy Center and perform there. I'm going on tour, and I want to give a shout out to Farakhan Norris for this shout out.
What's up? This is your girl Shawana. Currently, I'm working on The Monarch of Jenga. It's an African superhero book that I'm working on, but I want to turn it into a film. I'm a producer here. And thank you, Farakhan, for letting me do my thing. Nation of Black Entrepreneurs Forever. Please watch his show. Tune in, Brick TV, Farakhan Norris. You the man. Thank you so much for everything. Later.
Man, what's going on, man? It's your boy David Jones, the editing monster, you feel me? I want to give a big shout out to my man Farakhan, man, for doing this thing, man. Noble TV on everything across the globe, you hear me? Go check it out.
And yes, this is the best part. For my brother, want to give Nobe TV a shout out, man?
Yes.
Farakhan Nobe TV.
From Farakhan Nation.
That's right, Nation of Black Entrepreneurs Nobe TV.
Alright.
That's right. Here you go.
Rose Restaurant. Shout out from Rose Restaurant.
That's right. Here you go, bro. There you go. This is the best part. Yes. Farakhan, support by doing. Takes action. Make it happen.
Anything she wants
Show this.
from here, she can get it. Even me.
Show her. Alright, thank you. That's serious. I got the first part. We might as well wrap it up. Edit this up. Thank you very much, bro.
Thanks, man.
Thank you.
Appreciate that.
Thank you very much.
Good one, okay?
You too.
Good.
Shalom. Good evening. I'm Mark Anthony Butcher, and I want to thank you for tuning in to Nobe, Nation of Black Entrepreneurs, with Farakhan Norris.
Hey, this is Goody Good. That's always in your neighborhood. The best kept secret that makes big things happen. Yeah, you're tuned in to Farakhan Entrepreneurship.
Nation of Black Entrepreneurs.
Nation of Black Entrepreneurs.
On Nobe TV, Brooklyn Free
Nobe TV.
Brooklyn Free Speech.
Brooklyn Free Speech. Deal with it.
Greetings, hello. Yes. This is Farakhan. Nobe, the Nation of Black Entrepreneurs. Brooklyn Free Speech. Yes. I'm actually playing around with my actually this is the smartphone. You know, not even one of the expensive cameras we have, the 4A or that basic smartphone. I'm just gonna give you a shout out. You know, the clock is ticking, make it happen, by blank, bang black. But this is to you, the viewers out there. I thank you very much for the support. I just want to give a heads up, man, make it happen today. No excuses. Get your butt out there and do what you say you're going to do. All right? But just a heads up tip to you. Be prepared, man. Have the equipment and the tools that you need. Computer. Well, for me, I need a computer pretty much that's capable of editing my shows, my footage, the proper equipment, headphones. Oh, yeah. Do this real quick. Headphones, SD cards, all the tools, even the headphones, studio headphones, equipment. But nevertheless, it's Farakhan. Thank, peace, and blessings. Brick TV, Brick, I love you, everyone here, all the producers. So get it done, make it happen. One, Black History Month. Peace. Yes. Peace and blessings, black people. What's up? I know y'all saw Panther. I know y'all saw Black Panther out there. Right now, this is part 2 of the first drop. Shout out to all the staff at Just Us Barbershop and Best Style. I got my kids right around the block. Picked them up, but why not? Already went to Best Style Fresh Fries, so I'm gonna keep it simple. And my man G hitting me up with a haircut. You know what I'm saying? But definitely support Black Dollars, Black History Month on Brooklyn Free Speech. So shout out to all the producers. Be Free Awards, go get that, support Farakhan. I'm nominated for the award as well. So, you know, but we're gonna get popping Wednesdays and Fridays on internationally on the BrickArtsMedia.org channel 3. But thank you very much. Peace and blessings. Just Us, that's the logo. Support Brooklyn, Best Style. Peace. Clock is ticking, man. All right, Sean John Ross. Make it happen, man. Peace and blessings. One.
Yo, what's up? This your boy G at Just Us Barbershop in Bed-Stuy, and I'm here with my man Farakhan.
Nobe TV, man.
And Nobe TV, alright?
Brooklyn Free
Check
Speech.
us out, alright?
Perfect.
I would like to pick up Farakhan, Black Entrepreneur, Nobe TV. God bless.
Marcus Garvey wanted to return African Americans to Africa, to create a vibrant black nation, empowered through economic independence. Although some of his goals were controversial, his crusade would inspire leaders from Malcolm X to Martin Luther King and Nelson Mandela.
Garvey was certainly a controversial figure, but the concepts that we now think of as black nationalism and black pride started with Garvey's pronouncements.
Marcus Mosiah Garvey was born in St. Ann's Bay, Jamaica, on August 17, 1887. Beginning as a printer's apprentice at 14, Garvey became a union organizer and later worked various jobs across Central America.
Marcus Garvey found wherever he went, black people of African heritage in particular were always on the lower stratification end of society. This had a profound impact on him. Particularly, his concern was for the uplift of African people globally.
In 1912, Garvey sailed to London, England, and took night courses at Birkbeck College. After working for a Pan African newspaper, Garvey returned to Jamaica in 1914 and formed the United Negro Improvement Association, or UNIA.
The UNIA was about black self-determination. It was about galvanizing the ideas of black repatriation to the motherland, the continent of Africa. And it was extremely important in terms of getting black people to understand self-pride, pride in one's race.
Inspired by Booker T. Washington to raise funds and start his own school, Garvey came to the United States in 1916. And in 1918 began publishing the Negro World newspaper.
Garvey was extremely outspoken. He was, some people would say, almost bombastic. He wanted to take over Africa and had elected himself as president of Africa without consulting the Africans, unfortunately.
Determined to achieve economic independence for African Americans, Garvey launched the Negroes Factories Association in 1919 and a shipping company called the Black Star Line, which he planned to use to transport passengers back to Africa.
Garvey was a great organizer, but unfortunately not a great businessman. During the time that Garvey and the UNIA were trying to launch the Black Star Line, they solicited funds from investors for stock options through the mail. And this resulted later on in allegations of mail fraud, and Garvey was convicted and sent to prison.
After serving 5 years in prison, Garvey was deported. He eventually moved to London, and in 1938, he supported the Greater Liberia Act, created by known white supremacist, Senator Theodore Bilbo from Mississippi.
Marcus Garvey's association with Senator Bilbo is related more on a practical level rather than an intellectual like for each other. Marcus Garvey's attempt to help Africans in America leave and go to Africa fell in line with some aspects of KKK philosophy.
Garvey died in London on June 10, 1940. He was reinterred in Jamaica in 1964 and is hailed as Jamaica's first national hero and the prophet of the Rastafarian religion.
Although Garvey was a flawed leader, he's someone who is really important to the history of the black radical tradition. He was probably one of the strongest voices of black nationalism in history.
Fellow citizens of Africa, I greet you in the name of the Universal Negro Improvement Association and African Communities League of the World. You may ask, what organization is that? It is for me to inform you that the Universal Negro Improvement Association is an organization that seeks to unite into one solid body the 400 million Negroes of the world, to link up the 15 million Negroes of the United States of America with the 20 million Negroes of the West Indies, the 40 million Negroes of South and Central America with the 280 million Negroes of Africa for the purpose of bettering our industrial, commercial, educational, social, and political conditions. As you are aware, the world in which we live today is divided into separate race groups and distinct nationalities. Each race and each nationality is endeavoring to work out its own destiny to the exclusion of other races and other nationalities. We hear the cry of England for the Englishman, of France for the Frenchman, of Germany for the German, of Ireland for the Irish, of Palestine for the Jew, of Japan for the Japanese, of China for the Chinese. We of the Universal Negro Improvement Association are raising the cry of Africa for the Africans, those at home and those abroad. There are 400 million Africans in the world who have Negro blood coursing through their veins, and we believe that the time has come to unite these 400 million people for the one common purpose of bettering their conditions. The great problem of the Negro for the last 500 years has been that of disunity. No one or no organization ever succeeded in uniting the Negro race, but within the last 4 years, the Universal Negro Improvement Association has worked wonders in bringing together in one fold 4 million organized Negroes who are scattered in all parts of the world, being in the 48 states of the American Union, all the West Indian Islands, and the countries of South and Central America and Africa. These 4 million people are working to convert the rest of the 400 million scattered all over the world, and it is for this purpose that we are asking you to join our ranks and to do the best you can to help us to bring about an emancipated race. If anything praiseworthy is to be done, it must be done through unity. And it is for that reason that the Universal Negro Improvement Association calls upon every Negro in the United States to rally to its standards. We want to unite the Negro race in this country. We want every Negro to work for one common object, that of building a nation of his own on the great continent of Africa. That all Negroes all over the world are working for the establishment of a government in Africa means that it will be realized in another few years. We want the moral and financial support of every Negro to make the dream a possibility. Already, this organization has established itself in Nigeria, West Africa, and is endeavoring to do all possible to develop that Negro country to become a great industrial and commercial commonwealth. Pioneers have been sent by this organization to Nigeria, and they are now laying the foundations upon which the 400 million Negroes of the world will build. If you believe that the Negro has a soul, if you believe that the Negro is a man, if you believe the Negro was endowed with the senses commonly given to other men by the Creator, then you must acknowledge that what other men have done, Negroes can do. We want to build up cities, nations, governments, industries of our own in Africa, so that we'll be able to have a chance to rise from the lowest to the highest positions in the African Commonwealth.
You met with Edward Young Clark, the acting imperial wizard of the Ku Klux Klan?
Yes.
What was that meeting like?
It was rather cordial. He made it clear that they are interpreting the true spirit of every true American.
What is the attitude of the Klan towards a Negro who desires to be, say, President of the United States?
That he shall never be as long as there is one white man living in this country.
But isn't America a white man's country?
Yes, it is a white man's country because he conquered the Indian, exterminated him, and took possession of his property. I'd say the KKK is the invisible government of the United States.
What do you mean?
The Klan represents the spiritual feeling and even the physical attitude of every white man in this land.
Do you realize that such statements could get you lynched?
We have 5 million substantial oak trees between Africa and the West Indies. We are ready for a lynching party tonight if they wanted to.
Recently, there have been several rapings of black women by whites. Was that discussed?
Yes, it was. He claims that they are as much against that as any self-respecting Negro should be. But I know better. In my opinion, they are structured for the purpose of offending, suppressing, and killing Negroes. I would advise every Negro and those who aspire to leadership to form an organization similar to that of the Ku Klux Klan, so that they may be able to look out for their own interests and not continue to be begging white people to do for them what they ought to be doing for themselves. Thank you very much.
Yes, greeting. This is Farakhan, Nation of Black Entrepreneurs. We live now at Patty Hut and Grill in the heart of Macon and Notion in Brooklyn, USA. Definitely is a blessing to be supporting our people, circulating our dollars. I'm not going to take too long because I just ordered up. But thank Black today. Peace and Black. Hey, want to shout out? Hey, we're going to be live on cable TV. But nevertheless, it's definitely a blessing to come through Patty Hut and Grill, get a eat on. And it's good to see many black businesses here because there's so few that are not here as well. So support those that are here, the pocket ticket. Peace and blessings. One. This is about supporting. What is your name, beautiful? And you representing?
Patty Hut and Grill.
Oh, yes, yes, yes. Oh, yes, yes, and we supporting with the dollars. I got my meal in a bus right now. But anything you want to say to the viewers out there in Brooklyn?
Come down to Patty Hut and Grill, come for some Jamaican food, and come and support the company, you know?
Okay, you know my name, right?
No, I don't.
Farakhan?
Oh, Farakhan.
Nobe TV?
Yes, thank you, Farakhan.
That's that. Peace and blessings. One.
Oh, the one you know, downtown Brooklyn, food vendor, breakfast, no lunch. Pound for pound, I'm the best food in town. My man Nobe.
Farrakhan, yeah.
In the house.
No doubt.
That's how we do Brooklyn style, baby.
That's right, Brooklyn Free Speech, Nobe TV. Yes, yes.
Yeah.
The goodies, looking good. Prices, affordable. Can't beat it, baby.
That's it.
Peace and love. One.
Peace.
Shalom, shalom. Good evening. I'm Mark Anthony Butcher, and I want to thank you for tuning in to Nobe, Nation of Black Entrepreneurs, with Farakhan Norris.
This is Ron Smith, Star Talent Showcase. The showcase is in the house. I'm the host, producer of the fastest growing, widely known in 148 countries, Star Talent Showcase. And you're watching my man, Farakhan, on Nobe TV. Brooklyn, free speech in the house. You better tune in. The showcase starts now.
Greetings, hello, yes, this is Farakhan. Nobe, the nation of black entrepreneurs. Brooklyn, free speech, yes. I'm actually playing around with my actually this is a smartphone. You know, not even one of the expensive cameras we have, the 4A or the basic smartphone. I'm just gonna give you a shout out. You know the clock is ticking, make it happen, by blank, bang black. But this is to you, the viewers out there. I thank you very much for the support. I just want to give a heads up, man, make it happen today. No excuses. Get your butt out there and do what you say you're gonna do. All right. But just a heads up tip to you. Be prepared, man. Have the equipment and the tools that you need. Computer. Well, for me, I need a computer pretty much that's capable of editing my shows, my footage, the proper equipment, headphones. Oh, yeah. Do this real quick. Headphones, SD cards, all the tools, even the headphones, studio headphones, equipment. But nevertheless, it's Farakhan.
Minutes off a day to guide from the bottomless pit, but my aim was made strong by the hand of the Almighty. We forward in this generation triumphantly. Won't you help the same? Of freedom is all I ever had. Redemption song, redemption song. Emancipate yourself from mental slavery. None but ourselves can free our mind.